A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the lecture Order of Events for Retrosynthesis. So, we shall be discussing in the order of events, we shall be discussing some guidelines that what should be the strategy to introduce the substituents on the aromatic ring. So there will be 6 guidelines. One by one we shall discuss those guidelines, and each guideline will be giving us a basic and a clue for making or for synthesis of aromatic compounds and for retrosynthesis. So by number I can say guideline 1, then will be discussed guideline 2, guideline 3, guideline 4, guideline 5, and then guideline 6. So there are 6 total guidelines which will be discussed in the chapter, and each guideline will be justified by some examples. Guideline number 1. Consider the effect of each functional group on the others. We shall have to see if there are substituents. If we add first one substituent, what will be the effect of that substituent on the next coming in substituent? So, second point, add first, that is disconnect last, the one that will increase the reactivity in a helpful way. In the synthesis, that will be added very first, which is disconnected at the last. This is the rule. So that one that is disconnected as the last, that is added the first. The first synthesis contains that substituent which was disconnected at the last. So for aromatic compounds, introduce first that group that helps by reactivity or direction the introduction of others. So what should be the strategy while we are adding the first one substituent which we are disconnecting at the last? In the disconnections we are disconnecting it at the last, but in the synthesis we are adding it very first. So that should be added very first, which is helping increasing the reactivity, you can say that, or which is helping the direction which you required. So the next point is the analysis of perfumery compound 1 could be tackled by 2 possible disconnections. You can see the compound 1 over here can be disconnected in 2 ways. You are looking at disconnection 1, disconnection A, and disconnection B. So Friedel-Crafts alkylation A would hold reasonably well with the secondary alkyl halide 2, but the ketone 3 is matter directing and would give the wrong product. Like you were looking, first we are discussing the disconnection A. There is a double-headed arrow with A. Friedel-Crafts alkylation is written at that double-headed arrow. So it does mean that that will be formed by Friedel-Crafts alkylation. So the 2 synthons which we can get from that disconnection, number 2 is an alkyl halide, that is very fine. But number 3 is a ketone. But as you know that if we want to synthesize this one number 1 product from 3 and 2, this coming substituent in 3 will come at the matter direction because ketone is a matter directing, so we cannot get 1 from 3 and 2. But Friedel-Crafts acylation disconnection B, that will give the right product, as the alkyl group in 4 is ortho-para-directing. So in like we are getting 2 syntones in disconnection B, 4 and 5. 4 is now the first substituent at the aromatic ring, alkyl group. So this alkyl group is ortho-para-directing, and we shall be getting 1 by the reaction of 4 and 5. Like Friedel-Crafts alkylation of 4, we can get that exactly this product number 1. So ketone, furthermore, 4 the alkyl group, 4 is having alkyl group which is activating, but 3 is having keto group which is deactivating. So all these factors we should consider. The activity of the first synthesis, first substituent which is added, and the orientation, both we shall have to consider. The synthesis of the target material is very straightforward, providing that first we shall alkylate and then we shall acylate, because as we shall first alkylate, the alkyl group is orthopara directing, and it will direct the next acylation on para position, that is the target molecule. The branch alkyl group in 4 that ensures that para ketone 1 will be the main product. So ortho is also an option. If we want to get 1 from 4 alkylated benzene से अगर हम acylation करा के 1 लेना चाह रहे हैं तो 2 options हैं, ortho भी और para भी. लेकिन Stirling-Hendrix की वजह से this para product 86% will be the major product. Now our next example emphasizes first aspect of guideline 1. Some functional groups are so deactivating that it is difficult to do any further chemistry once they have been inserted. In other contexts, it may be that they are so unable that we would wish to risk any further reactions. Musk-Umbert 6 is a synthetic musk, essential in perfumes to enhance and retain the fragrance. अब बात हम ये कर रहे हैं कि हमने सब्स्टिट्यूएंट के इफेक्ट्स की बात की थी लास्ट स्लाइड में, तो कुछ फंक्शनल ग्रुप्स डीएक्टिवेटिंग होते हैं, अगर हम उनको लगा दें तो आगे कोई केमिस्ट्री ऑपरेट करना मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो फिर हम क्या करते हैं, हम ज़्यादातर उनको नहीं लगाते पहले, ताकि हमारे फर्दर रिएक्शंस ना प्रॉब्लम हो जाए. अब Musk-Umbert 6 is a synthetic musk. It has 5 substituents around a benzene ring. 2 of these the nitro groups, and as you people know that nitro groups are deactivating, and the deactivating would just be added at the last. Something that is deactivating that should not be synthesized first, because if it is synthesized first, the further chemistry will not operate properly. So they should be added at the last, nitro group. So we disconnect them first. What is the rule? जो सबसे पहले डिस्कनेक्ट होता है सबसे लास्ट में ऐड होता है, और जो सबसे लास्ट में डिस्कनेक्ट होता है वो सबसे पहले ऐड होता है. डिस्कनेक्शन एंड एडिशन ऑपोजिट टू ईच अदर. सबसे पहले हमने नाइट्रो डिस्कनेक्ट किया, इसका मतलब ये सबसे आखिर में ऐड होंगे. ठीक. सो लुक एट द डायरेक्शन बिलो. यहाँ डिस्कनेक्शन दिखाई जा रही है. नाइट्रो इज डिस्कनेक्टेड द फर्स्ट. ठीक. उसके बाद जो हमारे पास सिंथोन आया, ये सिंथेटिक इक्विवेलेंट आया नंबर 7, दैट इज हैविंग 2 सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स. फिर उसकी डिस्कनेक्शन से जो है वो वहाँ 2 पॉसिबिलिटीज हमारे पास हैं, या हम ए डिस्कनेक्शन करें या बी. तो ए अगर हम डिस्कनेक्शन करते हैं तो वी विल बी गेटिंग 9 कंपाउंड, और अगर हम बी डिस्कनेक्शन करते हैं, यानी ये जो हमारा एक हमारे पास नज़र आ रहा है ब्रांच्ड अल्काइल ग्रुप, अगर हम उसको डिस्कनेक्ट करते हैं तो वी आर गेटिंग 8. सो वी शैल डिस्कस देम आफ्टर इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Now there are 2 options with us. We can disconnect methyl group. So this is disconnection 7 disconnection of 7 molecule, A disconnection, or we can disconnect tertiary butyl group, that will be the B disconnection, so 7B. So tertiary butyl, when we think about that, we shall be thinking about the Friedel-Crafts alkylation. By both of these disconnections, we are thinking that we can add base groups by Friedel-Crafts alkylation. But what is preferred, 7A or 7B? Which disconnection is preferred? 7B is preferred. Why? Because methoxy group and alkyl group in 8 and 9. Now check, in both 8 and 9 options, A disconnection we are getting, when we are doing A disconnection we are getting 9, and when we are doing B disconnection we are getting 8. So we are having one methoxy in both and one alkyl group is in both, 8 and 9. So which one of the following, methoxy or alkyl group? Both are ortho-para directing, but methoxy is having more effect on influencing or on the orientation of incoming electrophile. So methoxy will direct actually the ortho-para directing group. So 9 will give the wrong product. Why? Because if you do the alkylation, Friedel-Crafts alkylation of 9, what is ortho and para? What positions are ortho and para to the methoxy? So if we are doing Friedel-Crafts alkylation, for example methylation we are going to do on 9, so we shall not get position, we shall not get compound 7 as a result of alkylation of as a result of methylation of 9, but we shall get the product 7 from the alkylation of 8, because if we do the alkylation, we do the tertiary, add the tertiary butyl group by the alkylation, by the addition of tertiary butyl halide, by the Friedel-Crafts alkylation with the help of tertiary butyl halide, so we shall get compound 7, because ortho and para position to the methoxy will give us 7. And furthermore, the tertiary butyl group through SN1 mechanism will go in a good way, like it is a it will produce a cation, and tertiary cation is stable, but methyl group will be producing primary cation, it is not stable. So in all the conditions 8 will give us the product 7. Now our starting material, which is 8, is a methyl ether basically, and that is available, that is the methyl ether of available metacresol. So we can get this methyl ether 8 from a commercially available metacresol. Guideline number 2, changing one functional group into another alters the reactivity dramatically. Like if we change a cohol or phenol to a tertiary butyl ether, that will increase the steric hindrance. Alcohols and aldehydes or ketones are interconverted by redox reactions. Alcohols are converted into aldehyde and ketones on oxidation, and aldehyde ketones are converted to alcohols on reduction. Carbonyl compounds are electron withdrawing, but alcohol is weakly electron donating. तो देखो कैसे उनकी जो है वो रिएक्टिविटी चेंज हो रही है by just doing FGI. Or nitro group is powerfully electron withdrawing, it is deactivating, it is meta directing. But when we reduce nitro into a amino group is strongly electron donating, it is activating, it is ortho-para directing. So we shall just have to check कि FGI करना कहाँ पे है, कहाँ उसकी ज़रूरत है. A simple example is tetrachloro compound 11. That is clearly made from toluene by some chlorination. So we can get it from toluene by chlorination, but we know that meta directing trichloromethyl group is actually that is ortho-para. We will have to convert, it is strongly deactivating this trichloromethyl group. So what shall we have to do? We shall just first have to convert into an activating group. So if we want to do the chlorination, we want to get 11 from toluene, for example. First we shall have to in the retro we have to do the FGI. We shall have to convert this CCl3 into simple CH3. So CCl3 is also a meta directing group, and we want to substitute the chlorine at para to the trichloromethyl. So we shall first have to do the FGI. So we shall first consider of the toluene, and so we shall just be getting the toluene, and then we shall do the halogenation of toluene, and then we shall get 11. So this compound was actually used to make trifluoro compound 13. The chlorination of toluene with Lewis acid catalysis gives mostly 12. That is, if you do the chlorination of toluene, you will get 12, and when you will treat this toluene with PCl5, that will give the trichloromethyl instead of toluene in the 93% yield, and that this compound on in the presence of stibbium fluoride will give us the target molecule 13 in the 95% yield trifluoro product. Some substituents are difficult to add, so it is best to start with those which are commercially available. Like if we are having a look at the supplier's catalog, we shall get a great range of aromatic compounds which are commercially available. For example, phenols and ethers are a bit difficult to get because there are no simple reagents for electrophilic oxygen. So we can get the commercially available phenols and ethers, on also methyl group and primary alkyl group in general. They are difficult to add as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. With primary alkyl halide, it's leading to rearrangement products. So some commercially available compounds must be used. For example, a tri-substituted benzene 14 that was used by Woodward, that was the starting material for the synthesis of natural product reserpine. It too has to be made for the production of reserpine. So methoxy we shall not add, we shall just buy, we shall just purchase any source, that is methoxybenzene. That will be the starting material. Then we shall do the nitration, and then next will be the now if we want to see that which should be added first, there are nitro groups, like there is one amino group also you are looking in 14. So what will be the sequence for addition of the nitration? What we shall do now, methoxy group is ortho-para-directing, so nitration of anisole 15 will give mostly the para product 16. Due to steric hindrance, para product will be obtained. So here we should just choose nitric acid alone, because the mixture of nitric and sulfuric acid, as we do use in nitration, the mixture of both. But here if we use a mixture of both, that will give us 2,4-dinitroanisole. Because methoxy is activating, so the nitration in the presence of methoxy group will give di-substituted product, so we shall use just nitric acid in that case. So this also shows that a second nitro group cannot be introduced in the right place from 16. If there are two nitro groups introduced, 2,4-dinitroanisole if we want to get, so that is not the target product. So we shall just do use a single only nitric acid, and we use mononitration we shall get. Then we shall reduce the nitro into amino 17. We can do this reduction with many reagents like titanium 3, gives good results, and it's a more powerful activating group that might direct the nitration to the right position. Now how can we get the other nitro? So we are going to discuss in the next slide. Now in practice there is too much activation in 17 because amino is an activating group, and attempting nitration oxidize the molecule. Like if we want to introduce the other nitro group at this position, ortho to amino, as is there in our product, but if we do this oxidation of 17, what happens? The oxidation of whole of the molecule is done. So amine must be acylated to just like a protecting group acylation is taken place. So and acylated with the help of acetic anhydride, acetic acid and water. From 17 we got 18, and then we did or any one who was following the strategy did the nitration of acylated product. 18 18 की नाइट्रेशन कराएगी, देन वी गॉट 19, और फिर 19 का जो हमारे पास एसाइल ग्रुप था दैट वाज डी प्रोटेक्ट, इसको रिमूव किया गया विद द यूज ऑफ मैथनॉल, potassium hydroxide and water. So hydrolysis of that amide gives 14 in excellent yield. तो हमें क्या सीक्वेंस लेना पड़ा, पहले हमने जो है वो सिंपली एनिसोल लिया कमर्शियली अवेलेबल, फिर हमने उसकी नाइट्रेशन कराई, वी गॉट असल नाइट्रिक एसिड लिया, तो हमें नाइट्रो प्रोडक्ट मिला। फिर उस नाइट्रो प्रोडक्ट को हम दोबारा दूसरा नाइट्रो गेन करने के लिए नहीं यूज़ कर सकते थे, हमने उसको रिड्यूस किया, रिड्यूस करके उसकी नाइट्रेशन कराने की कोशिश की। तो जब हमने रिड्यूस करने वो बहुत ज़्यादा एक्टिव था, उसकी वजह से ऑक्सीडेशन हो गई हर चीज़ की, अमीनो इज अ वेरी एक्टिवेटिंग ग्रुप, तो फिर हमने उसको फंक्शनल ग्रुप से प्रोटेक्ट किया, प्रोटेक्ट करने के बाद हमने नाइट्रेशन कराई, दैन वी गॉट, और उसको भी प्रोटेक्टेड की नाइट्रेशन कराने के बाद प्रोटेक्टेड को हमने डी प्रोटेक्ट करा के वी गॉट अवर प्रोडक्ट 14 इन गुड यील्ड 95 to 97%. Again, some dye-substituted compounds are here which are readily available and they are containing a relationship although to each other which is difficult to achieve by electrophilic substitution. So we should be having a Splice catalog that will reveal us more dye-substituted products which are actually difficult to achieve. So you can see the examples here. Okay, now for example, here is a compound 21 that is used for the synthesis of GSK anti-asthma drug salbutamol 20. So just for the making of for the synthesis of 20 we need 21. So this is a ketone 21 that is just made by the Friedel-Crafts acylation of 22. That is salicylic acid, and that when acylated with acetyl chloride we can get 21. Now this synthesis is easier, but the free phenol which will be interfering with the acylation which we want to make, so we shall just convert this free phenol into it will be acylated, the free phenol. So we just want to convert the free phenol, the salicylic acid 22 into 23 with the help of acetic anhydride. So but luckily we just have aspirin intermediate that is readily available, that is very cheap also. So this 23 is just aspirin, we can just get aspirin and we do the reaction of aspirin with aluminum chloride that rearranges into the target molecule 21. So it is very amazing. I was looking like it is a very difficult synthesis. How can we get 21 from 22? But as we have thought that we can get 21 from 22, the acetylation of salicylic acid. But first we shall have to protect phenol, free phenol, and for that we thought that we want to convert it into the by doing the acylation of salicylic acid. But luckily we are having a commercially available very cheap intermediate aspirin 23 which just on treatment with aluminum chloride rearranges into 21. So wow, some groups can be added to the ring by nucleophilic substitution. So this is mechanistically more difficult than electrophilic substitution. We know that for nucleophilic substitution we need electron withdrawing and activating groups such as nitro or carbonyl ortho or para, carbonyl ortho or para to the normal leaving group such as halides, as we have seen in the nucleophilic substitution, that we need some electron withdrawing groups for that to happen. Fortunately, nitration or Friedel-Crafts acylation of halo compound puts the activating group in the right position for nucleophilic substitution. So Friedel-Crafts acylation of fluorobenzene 24 will give us the ketone 25. We shall just do the alkylation of acylation of 24. We shall get 25. The fluorobenzene will give product 25. So and then we shall do just displacement of fluoride by the addition elimination mechanism, that will give us amine 26. we know what is addition elimination mechanism. शुरू में जब हमने न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन का इंट्रोडक्शन पढ़ा था तो हमने एक टाइप पढ़ी थी एडिशन एलिमिनेशन मैकेनिज्म. तो उसके तहत अगर हम एडिशन एलिमिनेशन के मैकेनिज्म को देखें तो वी कैन डिस्प्लेस अ गुड लिविंग ग्रुप लाइक फ्लोरो इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन विड्रॉइंग ग्रुप एंड वी कैन गेट अ न्यूक्लियोफाइल. तो हमने फ्लोरो की जगह पे एक अच्छा न्यूक्लियोफाइल जो कि अमीनो ग्रुप है वहाँ पे इंट्रोड्यूस करा दिया है. So if the activation we did study in the last slide, that is not available, so nitrogen can be displaced from diazonium salts by using SN1 mechanism. The acid, which is 27, that was needed for the work on the liquid crystals that was needed at Hull University. The skeleton is actually a diphenyl that reacts in the para positions with electrophiles. Now the chlorination is difficult, therefore we need to replace the carboxylic group with a more electron donating than the phenyl group. So the amine is the answer, the amine 28 is the answer, and soon takes us back to the diphenyl. So what is there? For example, if from 27 this is a carboxylic acid, so first we shall do the FGI. So we can get an amino group over here 28. The reason is that from 28 we can get carboxylic acid easily by diazonium salt, by doing the diazotization. So and then from 28 we can the synthetic analog can be 29. That is just the chlorination of this diphenyl, amino diphenyl, and then we do the FGI, that from where that amino group will come, that will come from the nitration, and that will come from the simply nitration of the diphenyl. So the nucleophile to introduce the carboxylic group is cyanide ion, which is used as its copper 1 salt, and then amine in 29 must be acylated to prevent the overchlorination. So check what are we doing. First we are taking diphenyl, we are doing the nitration, we are converting the diphenyl into 30 nitrated product. Then we are doing the reduction of that diphenyl 30, when we are getting the amino functionality. But along with that, amino, as we know, that is very much activating. So first we shall have to acylate it. तो एसिटिक एनहाइड्राइड यूज किया ताकि उसको प्रोटेक्ट किया जा सके. उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के बाद जब हमारे पास 31 आया एसाइलेटेड अमीनो ग्रुप डाइफिनाइल का, डाइफिनाइल पे सब्स्टिट्यूट हुआ, फिर हमने उसकी करवाई क्लोरीनेशन, और फिर हमने HCl और वाटर की प्रेजेंस में जो है वो, जब हम इसकी क्लोरीनेशन करवाएंगे और हमें 28 प्रोडक्ट मिलेगी. 28 को फिर हम डायजोटाइज कराएंगे, और उसके बाद मतलब जब हम इसकी क्लोरीनेशन कराएंगे 31 की, तो वी शैल गेट क्लोरो एट ऑर्थो पोजीशन. लेकिन जब हम फिर 28 जो बन जाएगा जिसमें क्लोरो आ जाता है ऑर्थो पोजीशन पे, फिर हम उसकी डायजोटाइजेशन कराएंगे. HCl हमने डाला ताकि वो एसाइलेटेड ग्रुप जो है वो, ये जो अमीनो एसाइलेट हुआ है वो दोबारा अमीनो ग्रुप में कन्वर्ट हो जाए. तो 31 को पहले क्लोरीनेशन करा रही, और दो पे क्लोरो आ गया, और फिर HCl के साथ ट्रीट करा दिया ताकि अमीनो वापस आ जाए. फिर उस अमीनो की डायजोटाइजेशन कराई हमने, डायजोटाइजेशन कराई HCl के प्रेजेंस में, और फिर कॉपर क्यूप्रस साइनाइड यूज किया, तो फिर वो अमीनो जो है डायजोटाइज होकर वहां से रिमूव हो गया और साइनाइड ग्रुप अटैच हो गया. सिंपल साइनाइड की हाइड्रोलिसिस कराएं तो वी कैन गेट कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड. सो वी गॉट product 27. लेकिन if a series of reactions must be carried out, then we should start with that one which is giving a single product unambiguously, not that one is giving a mixture product. Like compound 33 is needed to make some antimalarial drugs. We prefer not to disconnect the ethoxy group first, because there are good reactions, nitration and chloromethylation, that is are giving the right product, because ethoxy is an activating group, so we should not disconnect ethoxy. जिसको पहले डिस्कनेक्ट करना है उसको एंड पे सिंथेसाइज करना है, तो इसको नहीं पहले डिस्कनेक्ट करना, इसको पहले बनाना है तो इसको एंड पे डिस्कनेक्ट करना है. जो डिस्कनेक्शन लास्ट पे होती है वो पहले सिंथेसिस होती है. तो पहले हम ए और बी को डिस्कनेक्ट करके देखेंगे, डिस्कनेक्शन ए और बी. तो ए बी की डिस्कनेक्शन से यू कैन सी दैट ए डिस्कनेक्शन जो है वो सिंथेटिक इक्विवेलेंट 34 हमें इमेजिनरी देगी, क्योंकि 34 की नाइट्रेशन से वी कैन गेट 33. फिर जो है वो 36 वी कैन गेट फ्रॉम द क्लोरोमेथिलेशन, 36 की क्लोरोमेथिलेशन से वी कैन गेट 34. सिमिलरली बी डिस्कनेक्शन करते हैं तो 35 विल गिव आफ्टर क्लोरोमेथिलेशन विल गिव 33, और वो इन टर्न जो है वो 36 की नाइट्रेशन से आएगा. अब हम देख लेते हैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में कि हाउ द एक्चुअली सिंथेसिस गोज ऑन. We expect the para product to be the major product from either reaction on ether 36 steric anhydrous, so it makes sense to nitrate first. क्योंकि हम जब नाइट्रेशन करते हैं इथॉक्सी की तो हमें पैरा प्रोडक्ट मेजर मिलेगी, हमने ये पहले भी डिस्कस किया था. स्टेरिक एंड्रोस की वजह से पैरा और की वजह पैरा ही मिलेंगे, तो पहला रिएक्शन करा लें नाइट्रेशन का रादर देन पहला जो है वो क्लोरोमेथिलेशन का कराएं. There is also a danger that nitration of 34 might oxidize the CH2Cl group to aldehyde group or even carboxylic acid group. The synthesis works well if the nitration is carried out first. अगर हम पहले क्लोरोमेथिलेशन करा देते तो हो सकता है कि जब नाइट्रेशन कराते तो नाइट्रिक एसिड उसको ऑक्सीडाइज कर देता, तो बेटर इज दैट कि पहले नाइट्रेशन कराए. सो नाइट्रेशन पहले होगी. It should be obvious that not all of these 6 guidelines will be relevant in every synthesis indeed. Some may even contradict. जरूरी नहीं कि जो हम कह रहे हैं कि पहले वो करवा लें जो कि एक प्रोडक्ट देता है, कुछ जगहों पे ये डिफरेंस आ सकता है इसमें स्ट्रेटजी में. It's a matter for the judgment and then laboratory trial to select a good route. As always, several different strategies may be successful. So now this is just and we shall have to take care of all these 6 guidelines where we are doing the retrosynthesis and then we are doing the synthesis.